Hello, and we are back. Now we have to test that parachute, and yeah, he didn't get any XP for that. Did we get enough? 39. That's not going to be enough because what we need is advanced rocketry. We get these bigger engines, bigger fuel tanks. Because these small fuel tanks, nah, don't do the job. What I should have done instead of researching this, I should have researched that first. So that was bad on my part. I'll just purchase these parts now. We've got the money. And to test the parachute, all that we really have to do is come here, take that engine off. In fact, I'm just going to scrap everything. We're going to grab this. I'm going to grab utility, big parachute, and we're going to grab that, and I'm going to throw these on, which will hopefully give me some control over the craft a little bit. Why? There. There we go. It's a rocket plane! And I either forgot the parachute or it's still on the same thing as that. Yes, that is indeed a case. There we go, problem solved. Okay, we have our rocket plane. Should get us the speed that we need. We are flying. We have yet to reach the required altitude. Whoops. And now we just, still failed to reach the speed. Okay. Isn't that convenient? Revert flight. Revert to launch. Really? Really? Okay. Do that. Do this. Note. Yep, activate the part through staging. Go. Up we go. 200. There we go, we've done it. With little rocket plane. Little wee rocket plane. I like how they want you to test the Weasley basic jet engine at an altitude that it doesn't function in. It's like, okay. You're not going to function at that altitude. It's also going to be hard to get to that altitude and level, and then not go beyond it. Look at that. Why test it that high up for the landing gear? It's basically an orbit. 6 tourists. Yep. This thing actually kind of flies fairly well. Speed everything up. Whee! Thing doesn't weigh enough for me to be too overly concerned at the moment anymore. After some additional testing. Look it, I can spin. So that was one contract. We need some more to get extra money. Boof. That could have gone badly. So we've done 2. What other contracts can we get? We still don't quite have enough science. We did get some science for that, but not quite enough. This. I can fly by the mun. Which doesn't help me. Launch, test, escape. This would get me enough science. I have to get it to 23,000 meters or 30,000 meters with an awkward speed. But this would get me the science I need. So, you're now useless. Go away. You can come off too. Now, where is this thing? Is it utility? Yes, it is. Fits right on top of that thing. Okay, and I do have these as parachutes. That's handy. There we go. Because that doesn't look stupid. Now... Test launch escape system, flying 23,000 meters to 30,000 meters. Speed, surprisingly quite fast. Structural... Nope, get on there. There we go. And then we'll need you. We'll need this. Like so. And aerodynamics. No. 4. Thank you. You guys go there. And you guys... Not 4. Go about there. We'll move you slightly. You go there. Whoops. You're supposed to be on that. You move down more. You guys go there. And you... I'm gonna mount you to that. There we go. Because that isn't enough of a disaster. Not at all. You'll be activated there. Launch. Because this won't go badly at all. Nothing can go wrong with this. SAS engaged. We have liftoff. And up we go into the graceful arch as always. Nope. Nope. Launch escape system. Okay. We're getting our speed. Why did you expand? Only that. Okay, we're almost getting to the altitude required. Problem is we're frickin' going really fast. We're outside the altitude now. Which isn't really the worst thing, because we'll probably be within speed still once we get back down to altitude. Oh boy, it is dark. How you doing, Jeb? Anything to report? Nope. You're now a little bit high. Just a little bit high. So now we've got to come back down and hopefully have a speed between 100 and 200 meters a second. Which we should. We should be able to get to that speed. And we're still climbing. My god, how high are we going to get? Warp to app. No, how about not? 45, that's the altitude we're going to reach. Okay, now we're speeding back up again. That is not really where we want to be. Maybe we can start having that nose down. What I should have done was actually throw some extra parachutes onto this thing. Come on. This isn't a plane, which is the problem. Oh, we're slowing down. But it's not going to slow us down enough. It's got to slow down to 200 meters a second before we pass by this place. I could deploy the parachute to get down to that speed. Ooh, we might do it. We might do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on! No! Do it! Do it! No, we're not going to do it. I used too big of an engine. Oh well, we can still test it. Whee! Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to revert back to vehicle assembly. If I take those off, take that off, and simply do what we had done before with a bigger engine. Throw another one of these things on. And instead... Oh! Not again. And instead... go here. Like so. And that should be down there. You should be up there. Trial and error. Welcome to Space Program. Kerbal Space Program. The trial and error game. Do. SAS is on. Up we go. And lift off and all that wonderful fun jazz. Everything is going according to plan. Roughly. Bring this back up. Minimize, minimize. It can be minimized. It can be minimized. We're only caring about this. We have to get to the altitude. I don't care about you. Okay. We're losing speed. Oh, we could have... Okay, that'd make it kind of rather easy to test that engine, doesn't it? Okay, we're at altitude. Now we just need to slow down. Oh, please be at altitude. We have just barely made altitude. Speeds and range. Boo! Test was successful. This will actually be very easy to test. And now we just accelerate. The heavy end points to Earth. Or not. The heavy end wobbles in the general direction of the planet. Parachutes deployed. Ooh, boy, that is twisty-turny, isn't it? No. I don't want to point that way, Mommy. No. You can't make me. Ah, no. No. Jeb's just as freaking happy as ever. Crazy guy. Woot, woot, woot. I don't know about Jeb, but I know that would make me sick. Wee. We're not 500 feet yet. Is it similarly violent? Yeah, it still kind of is violent there. Even slowed down. Woof. Wee. I think I'm going to ignore that now. Oh god, I put too many parachutes on. Oh, yep, we're going to drop very slowly, Jeb. Very slowly. There we go. So what we can do now... I don't believe there's a crew report from here. Oh! Oh, brilliant. I can't roll over. No! I could get a EVA! Jeb, do an EVA. Goody. You're stuck under the board. From freaking underneath underwater. Yep. Recover. Okay, that got us enough science. I'm under the craft. That's his report. I'm underwater. Blurb, 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 blurb. Okay, so we got a bunch of the money back. That got us some more money. 258 again. No XP gain. Now we're going to use that same aircraft thing again, because we noticed how easy it was to test out the engine. Boop. Engines. Turn you around, put you there. Grab some aero utilities. Radial mount parachute and plop it right there. And the heck with it, we already know he can survive being in the water upside down. Launch. Do 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 do. Up we go now. Do 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 do. Up we go now. With the intention of testing the jet engine, which will be very easy, as it turns out. I don't necessarily have to approach the place like a, aircraft. I can just go straight up. Do, 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 do. Ultimately not going to have that long to test this in, and it might not work if the speed bleeds off too quickly. Come on. Done! Whoa! Oh boy, that could have ended badly. Whoops! That could have gone very badly for Jebediah there. Engines tested. What do we get for that? Not bad. 28,000, 28,000, 22, 4.5. Speed up. And we'll just let Jeb fall to Earth. Thankfully, didn't blow up a building. Now it's just kind of fun. Flying a little bit funny. The heck is that thing doing? I like how every craft, because of the way I've done it, is now named First Launch. Boom. We appear to be flying backwards. I'm going to try to direct us to the runway. thing turns out to be rather aerodynamically sound in reverse. Can we lift? Can we get some lift? Yes. Can we make the runway? Come on, make the runway. No, he didn't make the runway. Oh well. Whee! I can do a pirouette. Boof. Okay, now we definitely have the science. And we have money again now. And next episode, we can into space. I've got an idea for a new flag. What am I looking for? Science. And we'll have these parts now, advanced rocketry with a bigger fuel tank. The key thing here, bigger fuel tank, it's lighter per unit of fuel, it's stiffer, because this is the equivalent, this one tank here is the equivalent of 2 of the other tanks. And I don't need as many parts, because we're limited in the number of parts we can assemble right now. And that is the key problem. And that is the timer for this episode. Research and purchase all parts. I want to get these too, eventually, because that can be handy in getting science. And that will be a bunch of stuff I have to do in fast forward, because planes aren't exactly fast. I might actually have to do what Scott does, which is post-action commentary, and I don't really like that idea. Winches, ground bases, protective rocket nose cone, hydraulic detachment manifolds, radial decouplers, all these things which we can use and need. Landing, the escape system, landing struts. I like how we can use this landing can now, which will be handy, but I don't have the research for it. Darn. I need to upgrade this so I can get surface samples, but we don't have the money. So, see you next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.